Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to Open Studio Night, but most importantly, welcome to Creators Grind, for which you are here on the headset and mic. Who do we have with us today?
My name's Lamont Weldon, and I live in Kingsland, Georgia.
Oh, wait, you did not come all the way from Georgia to us, did
Yeah.
you? For real?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm touched. Okay, well, then tell us, Mr. Lamont, what do you do? I see you got a camera. I guess you decided to get your camera since I got my camera.
Yeah, since you had yours on your lap, so I wanted to put mine on my lap.
Okay, so what do you do?
What, my day job?
No. I mean, you got the camera. Why?
Yes, because I'm a photographer.
And what do you shoot?
I shoot portraits, headshots, weddings, events.
Okay.
I do a little bit of everything. Maternity.
Now, is that a Canon? That's not a Canon, is
I
it?
would not touch a Canon.
What? Hater.
I would not touch Canon.
Why?
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 I just told the gentleman the story. So the first time, well, the second camera that I was looking to buy, my first camera was the Nikon D3100.
Okay.
So you're talking about way back when, right?
I wouldn't know. I'm so sorry.
And so when I went to upgrade, I had the option of Canon or the Nikon D90, right?
okay.
And so for me, when I picked them up, I held both of them in my hand at the same time. I didn't like the way that the Canon felt in my hand.
Is it the body
felt,
of it?
Right.
Okay.
To me, the body felt plasticky. Right.
Now I got me feeling
And
my
then when I took test shots with them, the colors that came out of Nikon were more vibrant.
Is this when you looked at it like on the LSD screen or like when you looked at it on the computer?
Yeah, when I looked at it on the screen, right? And so
Okay.
it was like, and so I stuck with Nikon. And so since then, I went from the D3100 to the D90.
But you just always been a Nikon person.
Hold on. I went from the D3100 to the D90, D7100 to the D750, right? And then once I dabbled with Fuji for a while. So while Nikon was developing their mirrorless camera, right, I wanted to get into the mirrorless camera game.
Oh, yes.
And so
we are all merging
I went
that way.
with the Fuji XH1, right, which was Fuji's, top. And it was a mirrorless camera, but it wasn't like the G series for Fuji.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And so it was the step below, but it was a crop sensor. Right. And so the camera did nice. And so once Nikon worked out everything with the Z6 and the Z7, I then traded in the Fuji XH1 on the Z7 II.
But you came with a Nikon today, so how'd you get to this Nikon?
So I went back to Nikon after I traded in the Fuji XH1. I traded the Fuji in on the Nikon Z7 II. And then I upgraded my Z7 II, which I still have. It's in my bag.
Are you selling?
No. And then I upgraded to the Z9, the Nikon Z9.
Would you ever go back to Fuji?
No, unless it's medium format.
What do you mean?
You don't know
Wait, you're beginning to sound very... You pay attention to a lot of specs and texts.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. The only reason why I'm saying I've only had two cameras. I don't have a list like that. I've only had two cameras, and I never really messed with the first one. I dabbled, but then when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this full time, I got this camera, and so now I've been a Canon girl.
I still have every one of my cameras, with the exception of the Fuji that I traded in.
Why do you keep them instead of like selling out and then getting your next one?
Why?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Because I mean, do you go back to the first one that you used?
No, I like to look at them and be like, hey,
It just shows your journey.
I started from here, and
I
now
got you.
I'm here.
It's almost
Right.
like locks. It's like they grow with you.
And so when I get my office set up, I'm gonna have all of my cameras
Ah,
in there.
okay.
right?
That actually sounds very. What's the word? Okay, don't judge me, but I think the
not.
word archival is a real word. Do you think so?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. Okay. I think archival rebel is a reward. I'm gonna keep on doing this because I wore this head wrap and I forgot I was gonna wear headphones.
No, you good.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So the first time you came in, you was all like, my work don't look like this. But then
you remember that?
Mm-hmm. But then what you call going on Instagram? And I'm like, it looked great. It looked absolutely great. So where are these points of growth? Like I know sometimes like to ourselves we can undermine the talent that we have, but like, you know, when other people see it, they're like, that's amazing. So what is this point of growth that you are looking to reach? Or not even growth, just evolution.
So it's just to get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly, right? So you should never look to stay where you're at. Mm. You should always look to be better because there's always something that you could get better at, right? Whether it's your technique, whether it's your lighting, whether it's your editing.
So what are you working on right now?
I constantly work on everything.
You can't work on everything at the same time.
Everything, right?
Everything.
Because like whenever I'm in the studio, I'm like, okay, I could have done this with the light.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Or when I'm editing, I could have done this with, I could have probably done this a little bit better, right? Whether it's dodge and burn, whether it's blemish removal, just certain things, right? So again, like we were just talking over there, and I told them, like, I always talk to my buddies and tell them that your best work will always be trash to somebody else.
It'll always be trash to myself like a month after.
Well, I'm saying like, so like you said, right? So somebody else can look at my work and be like, oh, that's amazing. And I'm like,
You are your toughest critic.
Because I could have done better, right?
That's true.
But one thing I don't do is I never try to compare myself to somebody else.
Do you always succeed in this though? Or do you sometimes catch yourself up and it's like, wait. I don't judge.
I see something, I like it, I don't like it. I just keep going, right?
Okay.
Because why would you ever compare yourself to somebody else?
I mean, it's kind of, how do I put it? I wouldn't say necessarily inevitable, like it's absolutely impossible to avoid doing. But in the day of age of social media, and you constantly see everybody's stuff coming out, and you're, no, social media does that. Hence why we got so many people changing themselves. But like, in the day and age of social media and everything is so quickly accessible to you, you can't help but to reflect and look back at yourself and look at your own progress. Mm-hmm. And then to that point, you might go down a rabbit hole where you're constantly judging and nitpicking at yourself, or you have the boundaries to be able to stop yourself and be like, no, I'm in my own journey. I'm in my own path. I am doing what I'm supposed to or not. And
so here's what I don't do. What I don't do is I don't delete my old work off my social media. Right?
Okay.
Because
that's
again,
smart.
it's a journey, right?
Right.
Because I didn't start where I'm at now.
Otherwise, who's the journey for? Is it for you or them?
Exactly, right? And so, but again, it shows progress, right? And so like, oh, this is where he started at, but this is where he's at now.
Right. No, so I agree.
It's
just like seeing those morphing videos when they show like a baby and then they grow up and it's like, oh, wow, look at all these changes. I kind of saw that.
And then it's always funny to go back and look at it and be like, man, I was horrible. like what was I thinking? Like, why did I even shoot that?
No, very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Okay. I love this. Well, I thank you. Is there anything that you want to say to my upcoming audience that is not here yet?
No, check me out.
Out.
Check me out on Instagram, Lamont W Photography.
Yes.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads.
Yeah. I haven't jumped on Threads yet. What made you jump on Threads?
Because I hate Twitter.
I hate Twitter too. I mean, my sister be like, "Oh, you need to go on Twitter," but I'm like, "I don't like Twitter."
I get like notifications from Twitter, but I rarely ever post on Twitter.
Same.
Right.
I barely ever look at it. She be like,
"You're
not on Twitter?"
So
not
with
really.
Threads, a lot of stuff. What I would love to do is I have this device that I use on my camera, the Axon CMO, and it's like a screen recorder, right? And so what I'm starting to do more with Threads is as I'm shooting or after I shoot, I'll post the videos from it.
Through the lens of what you were seeing.
Yeah.
So they'll see the adjustments, they'll see the change.
So
the models, they're like all in one.
So you'll see everything that I'm doing before the edits. Right. So yeah.
That's cool. What is that device called?
It's called the Axon CMO.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not privy to that.
I have it. I'll show it to you in a little bit.
Thanks.
So when you jump in front of my camera, we'll test it out.
Okay. Well, I thank you, Mr. Lamont. I thank you for coming to Open Studio Night first and foremost. I am looking forward to seeing you work with the models that we have present. And thank you so very much for being my first person to hop on Creative Sky.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to pause.